Hello, welcome to Tools, Tips, and Tales. I'm Kim Saff, licensed clinical social worker. I'm my doctorate in transpersonal psychology. I've been doing this over 20 years, and this is me helping you transform your life. Riva! Haha. I gotta say, it's been a minute since I taped, and I miss it. I love doing these tapes. So I hope you're appreciating them and valuing them. I love doing them, so it's a win-win. All right, so a client asked me, she uses these tapes, and she said, hey, can you do a tape on shame? So when I'm in a shame spiral, I can remember what to do. I said, sure, I definitely can. So I want to talk to you about shame. How do we show up to it? What do we do? Right. So first things first, shame, it lives in secret. Anything we hold in secret, we hold in shame, right? Our fear and insecure side is telling us, don't tell anyone, that is disgusting, that is gross, you should be shamed, you are wrong, right? So anytime, remember that witness perspective, anytime I know I'm feeling shame, I'm feeling slunky and gross and slimed, I'm showing up with shame to myself. First things first, if my fear and insecure side is driving, i.e. shame, what do I need to do? If my fear and insecure side is driving, I need to I need to pull over. Yeah, I'm not in any condition to drive if my fear and insecure side is at the wheel. Yeah, so one way to start thinking about it is I want to pull over. Yeah, and I want to do what I need to do to get from my fear and insecure side driving into my authentic side driving. Yeah, and it usually means showing up with care to self. Showing up with little self-care helps me go from my insecure and fear side to my authentic side. So self-care can take all kinds of forms. We've talked about self-care in other tapes. What I'm talking about here is the care I show to self. Yeah. And what we're going to do for this one, for the shame spiral, go through our 1, 2, 3. Raise our awareness, move into acceptance without judgment and with compassion, and then move into choice. Is that working for me or working me? If it's working me, create new ways to start showing up, right? All right, so I'm going to raise my awareness. This is my authentic side driving. My awareness about what my insecure or fear side is feeling shamed about. Yeah, what's going on in there? What message do you take about self? What are the feelings? What are the thoughts underneath the feelings? What old wounds got triggered? Right? Just seeing if raising our awareness and then seeing if we can make sense of that. Can we make sense from our authentic to our fear and insecure side who's holding the shame, trying to spiral on down? Can we make sense of it? That's all we're trying to do here. Make sense of those old wounds and triggers while I know I'm enough, while I hold my value and my worth, and I understand I'm someone that got triggered in my past. Yeah. Can I make sense of all that? Yeah. And now how I'm showing up to it in a nasty old shame spiral, is that working for me? Or is that working me? Bet it's working ya. Okay, so if it's working ya, that's when we start moving into choice, how we show up differently. And so think about, we went through the 1, 2, 3. We got to a place of that works me when I live in secret and I hold that in shame and I let my fear and insecure side drive. It does not get me to higher quality life, right? So what I'm going to do differently, how did I start the tape? I said anything we hold in secret lives in shame. We hold in shame. So I might do the opposite. I might share, right? And I just got out of judgment and into compassion. So authentic side is driving. And when authentic side is driving, I'm more willing to share. Because I'm making sense of that spiral of shame. Ugh. And I'm reframing with new messages to make sense of it. So I don't have to hold that judgment. I'm holding compassion. And if I'm holding compassion, I'm more willing to share. Right? And when I share, remember that shame, it's like a tensionable ball of shame. And when I share it, it's like I take a pin to the balloon, and it all just kind of dissipates. It's not such a big deal because I've already started showing up to it differently in here. That makes all the difference in the world. How I show up to it in here makes all the difference in how I assume it's going to be received out here. Right? So when we think of a shame spiral, some kind of insecure fear messages are being taken. Just want to show up from our authentic side. Compassionately give our fear and insecure side a good old hug of making sense of you. You make sense to me. Yeah. Show up with a little validation, empathy. I imagine you might be feeling sad, lonely, shame. Right? Good. So the antidote to shame is letting it out. All right? Better out than in. All right. Enjoy.